Itsuki, I'm sorry. I felt I had to tell you properly.
Sorry, Miura. But hey, people's feelings change, right? Besides.
It really is you, Miura. It's been so long.
6 a.m. The only sounds echoing quietly were the cicadas and the dragonfly rakes smoothing out the dirt. Alright, that should do it. No one asked me to do it, and no one was forcing me. It didn't matter if anyone was watching or not. I thought this was the least I could do, being the quiet, awkward, and unpolished guy that I am. Itsuki, you're amazing. It was the summer of my second year in high school. I made the regular team for the first time. The joy and surprise of being able to play in an important game aiming for Koshien hit me all at once. But at the same time, why a second year like Miura and not me? This is my last summer. Ryosuke Kanzaki, a third year whose position I took, glared at me with trembling fists. I wasn't smooth enough to say anything to him then, so all I could do was bow my head, knowing how he felt. We advanced smoothly to the third round, but the final hit was sucked high into the opponent's glove. The only cheers came from the opposing bench. Ah, damn it, it's over. In the end, our high school was eliminated in the third round. We couldn't grasp the ticket to Koshien, and that summer came to a close. Or so I thought, but my despair was far from over.
Itsuki, I'm sorry. I felt I had to tell you properly.
A few weeks after our final game, while the lingering feelings of the match were still fresh, my girlfriend, Marina Tachibana, called me out. Next to her was Kanzaki, whom I hadn't seen in a while. Seeing that, I immediately understood.
Actually, I've fallen for him.
I had heard Kanzaki's family was prominent in the area. That must have been appealing to Marina. Sorry, Miura. But hey, people's feelings change, right? Besides. It's all your fault. Ugh. Ever since I took his spot as a regular, Kanzaki barely showed his face at practice. With just those words, I realized he stole my girlfriend just to get back at me. Laughing through his nose as if to say we were even for taking his spot, Kanzaki walked away, taking Marina with him. 9 years later, I spend my days surrounded by the sounds of engines at the local auto repair shop. Thank you very much. When I hand back a car repaired and polished beyond what was asked, the customers leave with big smiles on their faces. Seeing them drive off is what gives me a sense of purpose every day. Get your hips down, keep your eyes on the ball. And on my days off, it's become my routine to visit my high school baseball team and help coach the younger guys as an alumnus. It didn't start as anything special, I just casually dropped by the club with a friend. Nice catch. Make sure you can do that in a real game. Maybe I'm just still trying to pick up what I left behind that summer. The sound of a hit echoed high into the May sky. I was just thinking that summer would be here again soon, when...
Miura?
The moment I turned around at the sound of that voice, the early summer light was so bright that my hands, holding the bat, came to a halt. Wait, Nanase? Shiori Nanase, the beautiful manager and the club's idol. I hadn't seen her since graduation.
It really is you, Miura. It's been so long. You know, I moved back to our hometown this spring. I transferred my job here, too. I had the day off today, and since I was in the area, I heard the sounds of the baseball practice. It made me nostalgic, so I decided to drop by. And then I was so surprised to see you here. I'm so glad I got to see you.
Nanase, who was so popular, was always surrounded by people, so we rarely talked one-on-one like this. Even though she was close to us as a manager, somewhere in my heart, I felt like she lived in a totally different world. But right now, she was smiling so openly right in front of me. It felt like Nanase had brought back that summer, which had been frozen in time inside me.
Here. Good work out there.
When it was time for a break, Nanase, who had been watching the practice for a while, called out to me playfully. Just like back in the day, she handed me the drink that a younger player was about to bring over. Thanks, sorry for making you work.
No, it's fine. You gave me a good show.
Humming happily, Nanase gave me a satisfied smile. She said it was a thank you for letting her watch the practice after so long.
You know, I became a registered dietitian. I plan meals for hospitalized patients. I worked at a hospital in Tokyo for a while, but then I transferred to a hospital here.
A registered dietitian, huh? That sounds just like you, Nanase. You could never leave someone who was working hard alone. You've always been that kind of person.
You really thought of me that way, Miura? That makes me kind of happy. Hey, can I take a look at that?
Asked out of the blue, I followed Nanase's gaze and saw my worn-out practice notebook. Sure, it's just the one I use. When I nodded, Nanase gently opened the pages with both hands.
Third base side, fix the drainage. First year Sato is speaking up more lately. You write down everything.
Nanase's pale, slender fingers slowly traced over the meticulously written words. I found myself inexplicably drawn to her gesture, then suddenly snapped out of it and looked away. It's really nothing special, just writing down things I noticed so I don't forget them.
I knew it. You haven't changed at all, Miura. I'm glad.
As I scratched my cheek in embarrassment, Nanase kept gazing at the page for a while, almost affectionately. After that, Nanase started showing up at the field every weekend.
Hey, look! That freshman's form has gotten way better than before.
Seasons passed, and it was June. The rainy season was approaching, as well as the draw for the regional tournament brackets. You've got a good eye. I guess the manager's intuition hasn't rusted.
Oh, come on. Even I used to stare at the scoreboard every single day back then.
By this time, Nanase wasn't just coming to watch practice. She was genuinely supporting us, just like the old days.
Hey, can I write in this notebook too?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yay! Then don't mind if I do.
When I nodded, Nanase enthusiastically started writing in my notebook. Before I knew it, I was following her profile with my eyes as her pen raced across the page.
And done. All right, it's about time. Come on, young ones, eat up.
When lunchtime rolled around, Nanase handed out her handmade rice balls to the younger players.
Bodies are made from what you eat. I'll bring rice balls for a snack next time, so do you guys prefer salmon or plum?
I remembered seeing her talk to the guys a few days ago. How early did she have to wake up to make all of this? With no manager around right now, some players were even crying as they stuffed their faces, saying they'd never experienced anything like this. They look like they're really enjoying it. Thanks, Nanase.
You're welcome. Hey, there's plenty, so stop fighting over them and eat.
As a dietitian, she seemed happy to be able to care for the players from a different perspective than back then. Yeah, this is really good. Later, when I told her they were delicious, she turned bright red with joy. Hey, Nanase! I heard you were coming around, but I'm surprised you're actually here. How have you been? July. As the regional tournament drew near, a familiar loud voice echoed across the field. Tsuyoshi Obayashi, the team's mood maker and a comrade who knew me better than anyone. When the tournament approaches, he squeezes in time from his busy schedule to come help out with practice like this.
You look like you're doing well, Obayashi. I heard you took over your family's restaurant.
Yeah, a diner by day and an izakaya by night. It's the exact same hangout spot from our school days.
Miura is the kind of person who works hardest when no one is watching, isn't he?
As the evening sun dyed the field red, looking at me finishing up the final grueling practice of the day, Nanase spoke to Obayashi, who was starting to pack up early for work. Yeah, Itsuki's always been like that. He'd show up at the field earlier than anyone else to smooth the dirt and pick up rocks. He didn't care if no one was watching or praising him. Honestly, he's amazing.
Wow. You knew about it too, Obayashi? I thought I was the only one.
I wouldn't lose to our manager. I had no idea Obayashi thought of me that way back then. I guess there was always someone watching after all.
You know, the reason I became a dietitian is because of something I realized on this very field. Whether they win or lose and cry, every player's hardworking body is equally important. Even if I don't stand out or get noticed, I wanted to be there for someone, so I chose this path. And I think Miura is the one who taught me that.
Her profile in the evening sun was facing straight ahead. At the end of her gaze was me, giving advice to the younger players. I see. You should just tell Itsuki that directly. I bet he'd be thrilled. Ooh, wait. Is this love advice?
No, it's not. I shouldn't have told you, loudmouth Obayashi.
For once, Nanase was making more noise than Obayashi, and her voice faintly reached me from a distance. When summer comes, I often dream of those youthful days, but ever since that summer, I've somehow become a coward. This is all your fault, you hear me? I'm good at supporting others, but going out and grabbing something for myself just isn't in my nature. I'm afraid that if I reach out, I might steal someone else's dream again, or end up losing what I have. Even though I realized I was falling for her, I couldn't take that final step forward. By the way, are you coming, Itsuki? To the alumni gathering? It was August. Obayashi, who came by for his car's regular maintenance, casually brought up the topic. Right, a baseball club alumni gathering was going to be held during the Obon holiday this year. Our team had a close game, but lost in the semi-finals of the regional tournament this summer. But because they fought so hard for the first time in years, the whole town was buzzing. It seemed the old alumni got fired up too, and decided it was time to get together again. I received an invite as well. The venue was Obayashi's restaurant, which was the usual hangout for alumni of all ages. It's our generation of seniors and juniors getting together, so I heard some guys are even bringing their families. Sounds like it. I heard that Kanzaki, who left holding a grudge against me, and Marina, who is now his wife, were also attending. Is it gonna be awkward, seeing those two again? Well, yeah, we never cleared the air before we stopped seeing each other. If possible, I didn't want to see them again. Meeting them would only drag my heart back to the ugly parts of that summer, but...
Miura, do you want to go to the alumni gathering together?
Huh? When practice became less frequent after the tournament ended, Nanase had asked me directly. There wasn't a hint of her usual playfulness. Her eyes were looking straight into mine. Actually, I was thinking about skipping it, but the other guys have been messaging me too. If you're saying that, Nanase, then I'll go. Yes, if Nanase was coming, my wavering heart gathered its courage, and I decided to attend. I'll go. It's your place, Obayashi, so I'll be in your care. Yeah, leave it to me. Obayashi showed his white teeth in a relieved smile when I nodded. I was glad he cared enough to ask. If anything happens, I'm there. You've got nothing to worry about. That's reassuring. Nanase and Obayashi. Thanks to them, I had a feeling that I might be able to turn that summer into a good memory. I can't believe you actually showed up. The day of the alumni gathering, I knew it would happen, but as soon as Kanzaki spotted me, he gave exactly the reaction I expected. Still, having a reunion in such a cheap, common place, well, I guess it suits you guys. Yeah, it's a nice cozy spot, right? The alumni gather here all the time. Obayashi handled the insult aimed at his restaurant with absolute maturity. The brand logo on Kanzaki's tailored suit flashed obnoxiously on his chest.
Miura, this dish is really good.
Thanks, Nanase. Completely ignoring Kanzaki's aggressive sarcasm, Nanase smiled beside me, just like always. Seeing that, his eyes filled with even more dissatisfaction as he glared at me. Hey, our beautiful manager doesn't need to serve a guy like that.
I don't need you telling me what to do. I'll spend my time here exactly how I want to.
Flurried for a second after being firmly rejected, Kanzaki then pulled Marina close to his waist to show her off. Look here, Marina. Why don't you tell him how incredibly happy you are now that you dumped Miura for me? This guy used to love you, you know. I bet he's dying to hear about the wonderful life you're living.
No, I don't think that's...
Your wife looks uncomfortable. Why don't you leave her alone? I don't need to hear that from you. Besides, Miura, you got some nerve showing your face here. If you hadn't messed up that error in the summer, we might have made it to Koshien. I was the one who took his position to play in the games, and like he said, it wasn't like I never made a mistake. That was my last summer, and you ruined it. Everyone here thinks so, don't you? If it had been me playing instead of you, we could have won. What's wrong? Say something. Did you think you could just show up here and stay quiet? Come on, you all think so too, right? Our summer ended because of this guy. Doing useless chores that didn't even improve his skills. All because this guy kissed up to the coach and stole my spot as a regular. The lineup of old team photos on the wall. The younger versions of us in those photos seem to be quietly looking down at the commotion. In that photo from the summer, Kanzaki was just a small figure at the edge of the bench. You're the one who should be apologizing. Huh? What the hell did you just say to me? I said you're the one who should be apologizing. What? You? Hey, Obayashi, is that how you talk to your senior? When my teammate is being insulted, I don't give a damn if you're a senior or a junior. Obayashi, whose trademark was always his loud voice, was remarkably quiet, but his voice sliced cleanly through the noise at the restaurant. Kanzaki, are you actually serious? Saying Itsuki kissed up to the coach just because he was prepping the dirt before the rest of us even got to practice? But it's true, isn't it? The proof is that Miura stole my position. Don't you think the real reason you lost it was your own shitty attitude? Itsuki was a bench warmer since middle school, and barely ever played in games, but he never gave up, and he kept at it. Meanwhile, look at you. The second you lost your spot, you stopped showing up to practice. Shut up. What do you know? I know plenty. I was the catcher. I saw the whole damn field from home plate. Did you know? Team play is all about every single thing coming together. Itsuki wasn't the only one who made mistakes in that game. Someone who blames everything on one person has no right to act high and mighty talking about baseball. Ugh. How can you, someone who didn't even stand on the field, blame Itsuki, who stood there until the very end? The other alumni watching Kanzaki nodded at Obayashi's words and glared at Kanzaki. What's with those looks? You're all taking his side? Let me tell you, I haven't said anything wrong. If I had played, we would have gone to Koshien. A team is just a collection of individual skills anyway. It's stronger when each person is stronger. That's how it works.
Kanzaki, it's true you were skilled. You probably had more experience than Miura, too.
See? As expected of our manager. You really get it. These guys don't understand,
But even so, whenever your teammates made a mistake, you'd always blame them, didn't you? In high school baseball, which is all about teamwork, you'd casually destroy your own team's morale. Unlike Miura, who contributed to the team behind the scenes. That's what the coach said back then.
What?
If even one thing had been different back then, maybe you would have won. Every single person here chewed on that regret, swallowed it, and overcame it. I was watching all of you the entire time. And after that final match that summer, the one crying and fixing the field all by himself until the very end was Miura. Where were you doing all that?
I was... Starting to speak, Kanzaki then clamped his mouth shut. He probably couldn't find any words to follow. With no comeback left, Kanzaki's arrogance just looked like pathetic bluster to everyone. And the summer I thought no one saw? After 9 years, I finally learned that Obayashi, Nanase, and my teammates had been watching me all along. A cold, disappointed silence from his former teammates heavily settled around Kanzaki. Thanks, both of you. I told you not to worry, 'cause I had your back. Come on, drink up, Itsuki.
We all finally managed to get together, so we have to enjoy ourselves.
Being with comrades you worked hard with is a great feeling, even as adults. I was really glad I came. After that, the tense atmosphere gradually lifted, and the alumni went back to having a good time. Kanzaki, stop it. Huh, now you're telling me what to do? Don't get cocky just 'cause everyone stood up for you. As the party wrapped up and people started leaving their seats, Kanzaki actually grabbed Nanase's arm to stop her. And right now, I was standing between them, protecting Nanase, who clearly didn't want to deal with him. Nanase, I've liked you ever since high school. Kanzaki's wife Marina was listening right next to him. The whole restaurant buzzed with shock at his sudden outburst.
What are you talking about?
I'm the son of a prominent family. I had everything. I thought someone like you would understand my worth. But still, as long as you were the manager, you only ever treated me as just another player. But one day I noticed, you always looked at Miura with a special look in your eyes.
You have Marina, don't you? You still Marina, who was Miura's girlfriend at the time. So what do you mean you liked me?
Oh, that was just me trying to get back at Miura from the very start. Because it pissed me off, right? He took my position. He had a girlfriend. And on top of that, you were looking at him with this special affection. Was he so desperate after being humiliated in front of everyone that he just snapped? The look he gave Marina, his own wife, was not the look you give someone you love. It's exactly what I just said. I don't even care to hide it anymore. That's right. You were just a tool for revenge, Marina. Right from the beginning. You were convenient, both as a woman and as a way to keep making Miura a taste to spare. There's no other reason. Hey, Kanzaki, how could you say something like that?
It's fine, Itsuki. You're too nice trying to protect the girl who hurt you. Don't worry. I knew right from the start that you only got close to me to get back at Itsuki.
What?
You didn't think I'd notice? I couldn't feel a single ounce of love from you since that day one. But I just played the part of the clueless, dense girl. Because logically speaking, if I were choosing based on love and personality, Itsuki was obviously way better than you. And yet you were so full of yourself, getting off on the fact that you stole me away. Did it feel good?
You bitch. Is that what you were thinking this whole time? Are you kidding me?
I don't have to take that from you. You're the one who got close to me out of spite in the first place. I knew that, but I still chose you purely for your philanthropy status. I thought I'd have an easy life. You were convenient for me too. Your only redeeming quality is your status, isn't it?
You. The rest of us watching this marital meltdown were completely dumbfounded. I never imagined Marina was thinking like that.
Kanzaki, I didn't care about you back then, and I don't care about you now. You only look at people in terms of winning or losing. I've always thought that was incredibly sad. The fact that your wife only ever saw you as a wallet is entirely your own fault. You can't gain anything from a relationship built just to hurt someone else. And Marina, what you prioritize in your life is entirely up to you. But if you knew what he was plotting and still chose Kanzaki over Miura, then I can never forgive you either. Even if Miura does. I already know that.
Marina looked away embarrassed. Despite everything, being with Kanzaki must have inflated her pride significantly. Kanzaki, it's true that I couldn't find the right words to say to you that summer. I even felt guilty, thinking I had stolen your last summer from you. But that's exactly why I gave it everything I had. Whether you resent me or not, that fact won't change. And Marina, no matter what your reasons were, I have no intention of blaming you for choosing him over me. I've moved on from that summer too, because I found someone I want to be with. There was nothing more to say to either of them. Leaving the conversation at that, I bowed to the rest of the attendees. Everyone, I'm really sorry for ruining the mood at what was supposed to be a fun alumni gathering because of my personal issues. Actually, I've been helping coach the younger guys lately, and it makes me think about those days all the time. I'm so glad I got to play baseball with all of you. That summer when I was told everything was my fault, today you all taught me that it wasn't true. Oh, don't make me cry, you idiot. Let's play baseball together again sometime. People started calling out one by one. Wrapped in that warm atmosphere, the alumni gathering finally came to a close. As for Ryosuke Kanzaki after that, the events of the alumni gathering sparked a terrible reputation for him in our hometown. The alumni were all working adults now. Unlike back then, some of them had quite a lot of connections. Damn it, why do I have to be the loser in life? His lavish life as the son of a local prominent family took a sharp turn. Ironically, it was precisely because he was from a prominent family that his actions weren't forgiven. In a small countryside town, rumors can be fatal. He was kicked out of his house by his parents and lost all his backing. And Marina, who had essentially married him for that backing, filed for divorce. It seemed repairing their relationship after that public meltdown was impossible. You'd think after 9 years together they might have grown to like each other even a little, but love never blossomed for that couple. She never had to worry about money while she was Marina Kanzaki, but now she had to start by looking for a job. She's going to have a really hard time from here on out.
It's my own fault. I'll probably regret this for the rest of my life.
Choosing Kanzaki over me for her future that summer? Marina will likely be crushed by the weight of that regret for a long time to come. As for me, a few days after the gathering, I was out to dinner with Nanase, just the two of us for the first time.
It feels kind of weird. We always met up through baseball, so doing something like this is a first.
Yeah, it is. I ended up sipping my drink way too much trying to hide my nerves, but I couldn't keep hesitating forever. Nanase, thank you for getting mad for my sake the other day. Finding out that everyone was watching me, and above all, that you were watching me, made me really happy. Summer's almost over. I decided to take a step forward before it ends, and took a deep breath. Reuniting with you, interacting with you now that we've grown a bit since those days, and reliving those memories. Before I knew it, I had fallen in love with you, Nanase.
Miura?
Also, there's this. I pulled out my practice notebook, the one Nanase had been writing in so earnestly that day. I finished using it the other day, and when I opened the last page, I found this written inside. Written in neat letters that matched her gentle vibe was a single line. Do your best, Miura. When I found this at home, I was forced to confront my feelings for her, whether I wanted to or not. Thank you for always giving me courage, Nanase. Will you go out with me?
You found out? I like you too, Miura. I look forward to being with you.
The dazzling brightness of that summer had changed its shape, and it was right here, right now. As promised, while enjoying a game of baseball with my old friends every now and then, I eagerly await next summer.
Itsuki! You can do it!
Hey, manager, it's not fair to only cheer for Itsuki. The white ball I chased with my irreplaceable friends, the sound of the bat and the smell of the dirt. More than winning or losing, it's about who you were there for. We already knew the answer to that.
Aw, Brittany here. That was such a sweet story. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye!